Step inside the marketing mirror to uncover marketing secrets, discover gems, tactics, lessons, and campaigns you can use. Next gen or fundamentals. Grab the marketing magic to improve your marketing and win more business.
Hello and welcome. I'm Sue-Ann with Right Mixer Business, and you're watching The Marketing Mirror. Today, I have a very special guest for you, a superstar woman entrepreneur who has founded her own media company, Joie G113, and Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Media Network. She's a podcaster, a speaker, an author. Joie is just a really hopping, hardworking, and special person. So I can't wait to welcome her to the Marketing Mirror. Today, we're going to talk about her experience at the recent Podfest 2024. And I can't wait to share Joie's insights with you. Joie is a superstar who works on bringing out people to step into their own spotlight and to find their own superstar within themselves. So she really is very encouraging to people, to businesses, to clients, and especially to women entrepreneurs who want to let their voice be heard and seen in the world. Joie and I have had many conversations. I love sharing ideas with her, strategies, and learning from each other. It's been a highlight of my life over the past year. I appreciate you, Joie, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you too, Sue-Ann.
Tell me something surprising, something that people might not know about you, because people know a lot about you. What's something that might surprise?
Oh, that I've directed a film.
I love that too. I think I got to see it. Lucky me.
Yeah, I directed a film, and also too, I've written several scripts.
That is so cool.
It was just a really interesting journey for me. I'm really glad that I did it, and the movie ended up being featured in the special effects world, a big deal called Fangora. It's a magazine.
Yes.
And then I hit all the festival circuits as well. But more recently, I was the brand and marketing producer for a documentary, and it's called Women in the Front Seat. And
Wow.
You can find it on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Joie in particular promotes women and women businesses and women entrepreneurs. And I really believe that women should support each other at every step. And I think sometimes we forget that. But one of the places you recently were that I wanted to talk to you about is Podcast 2024, where you and your Superstar Women Entrepreneurs Media Network were all invited as a panel to speak and to participate in all kinds of ways about things with podcasting and Podcast 2024. So if there was one standout moment or experience that encapsulates the entire vibe of the event this year, what would it be?
I would say that just the internal courage, first of all, to apply for my media network to be a panel. And then they all flew in for it. And it was a packed house. What we really wanted to convey at Podfest was that there are different strategies in regards to growing your network, but also to the sales component around the live stream / podcast media arena. And I feel like we accomplished that.
That is, you guys, I saw some pictures. You guys looked like you were having so much fun, and networking was all such a great part of it. You know, it's a great way to get new guests on your shows and to meet new people. Was there anything that like surprised you this year at Podfest? Was something there, like something you didn't expect that came out of that event?
Yeah. So Dr. Drew was there. And he was there. He was there because he was receiving like one of the top awards in the podcasting arena. And then he was very gracious and did a fireside talk. And something that he said that I thought was brilliant and such a great reminder for all of us in the arena is he said that this is a slow burn, that his fame and slash fortune actually took him almost 10 years until he
What a
really,
relief.
yeah, he really broke into the arena. And now essentially he's a household name. I mean, he's had endless shows, right, Dr. Drew?
Right.
But he also, when he said that, he was just, oh yeah, and you know what else he said? He said, don't give up your day job. Do you know that he still practices? He's
Wow.
still a practicing
Well, it
doctor.
keeps him on the pulse of things he talks about, which is also good, right?
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
stay in it, I think that's really cool. That
yeah.
makes him more, authentic in a way.
He was and he was there and he met us. Like
And
he was like, I was going to the after party and like he was just standing there. Like, and I was like, hey, Dr. Drew.
howdy.
Like, I'm a huge fan. I mean, in
Yeah.
Hollywood, working in Hollywood, everyone knew who Dr. Drew was, right?
Right.
And so I asked him, I said, can I take a picture? But he's like, I want to get to know you. So he asked me questions. I said, well, I've worked in Hollywood for 20 plus years. And he's like, well, God bless you. You're with us today. Because he knows
Yeah, that's
it's a jungle. It's a
yeah.
jungle.
And I think the jungle might be getting even more weedy or more crazy, because of everything going on right now that's affecting the industry. It's got to
It's true.
be like in an upheaval. So so that's one thing that's really cool about Podfest and kind of leads into my next question because it is known for its diverse lineup of speakers and workshops. So did you find any particular session or talk besides in the hallway that is, did you
Yeah.
find anything particularly enlightening or valuable in terms of one of those topics or workshops that you attended?
Yeah, so there was a workshop that podcast producers from Hollywood came and they were like revealing how they were selling podcast concepts to turn them into,
Television or
shows,
Netflix or
Netflix or
right,
Hulu, whoever,
Roku,
right?
right.
Right. And I thought that they were like really interesting. And I feel like the thing about Podfest is that
That might fall under surprising and under most enlightening and
yes,
valuable.
it really was it. That's why I like what Chris is doing with Podfest because you go into any room there and people are pulling back the red curtain. Like people are just throwing it all on the table there, right? There's no secrets. It's also a very still a small community if you really think about it, right? There was over 2,000 people there, but it's like it's a community who are willing to tell each other's secrets. There's not like Dr. Drew like just left it all up there,
One
right?
thing that was so fun for me was seeing how many creators that I know that are in my circles that actually ended up going there that I didn't really know would be there. You know what I mean?
Right?
As social started showing up, like people that I watch and that I learn from and that I'm in contact with were all there. I wanted
Yeah.
to go last year, but my dad was sick and was in the hospital, and that knocked me out of it. Actually, last year and this year, but it just seemed I'm just so thrilled for you. I know I was like cheering for you guys when you applied and got into it.
Well, I think that this arena is the ultimate business card. I don't think that there is a more empowering business card out there than having a show, particularly an interview show. And that's what myself and the girls on the stage we were sharing. We were literally sharing our strategies. There was no secrets. And we were saying one strategy around the interview component is that you tag that person and now you're in their backyard. You can't pay for that kind of marketing. You
Right.
can't, right? Because they're people now that already know, like, and trust them, or like who probably don't know you yet, right? See
Right.
you,
They're
see
sharing you
you,
in their space and
and
you're
then
them in
right.
your space. So you're trading audiences.
And you're also creating these deep professional, personal relationships with people
Relationships.
because it's an honor to come on a show. There
Yeah.
are not endless interview shows yet. There's not. There's a
No.
lot of solo shows, right? But not necessarily interview shows, right? And
They're
so
hard.
we were encouraging everyone in the audience, we're like, maybe don't do an interview show all the time, but maybe once a quarter, or because it will move the needle faster for you, right? Because of that tagging, honoring, respecting the featured guest component that comes along with it.
The reason I like interviews, even though I didn't intend my show to necessarily be an interview format, but what I like about them is like today having you and how you share so many things that I and other people can learn by having these kind of conversations.
Plus, with our shows on the network, they're only 15 minutes, and you might think that's a long time. It's not. 15 minutes. Plus, we're sharing up to 4 different tangible tips, right? So it rolls really fast.
Really
Right?
fast.
Really
Yeah.
fast, but it's also fun. It's like a roller coaster ride. I love this arena. I like the live streaming. I like the podcasting. I think
So
it's really cool.
So do you think that what would you say were the trends then you noticed out of podcast 2024? And do you see, I know that AI is going to be part of the answer, but what are any emerging themes or technologies also that you see in the future? So trends and kind of themes, technologies, I guess I'm wrapping together here.
Well, for sure, AI was like at the top of everyone's topic out there, right? And I mean, I'm a huge fan. Couldn't be a bigger fan. It's completely changed my business in the
Right.
best way. However, I would say that another kind of takeaway for me, what I was observing was how how easily we're going to be able to just drop in. In other words, just go live in the moment when we want to, how we want to, and capturing that moment, right? People were literally doing shows like in the hallways.
Right.
And my husband just thought everything was so crazy.
Right. Yeah. People are like in
He was
the
like, "This is a circus." I'm like, "No, this is authenticity. This is people, through their enthusiasm, just say, hey, let's go. Let's do this." And there is something about capturing those moments, those capsules of moments, that's exciting.
feel like that's a missing component. I want to have that conversation because today, um, dealing with your, who will ultimately be your client or friend or colleague or collaborator comes from conversations. And marketing today, as I talk about often on the marketing mirror, is definitely a two-way street. It's a conversation with your customers. It's not just you broadcasting anymore. It's bringing them into it, user generated content, all those things, right? And it's almost like you said, even with having guests, you're sharing each other's backyard, so it's bringing, it's mixing up all the good stuff from everybody. I love that.
Yeah, I had an article that came out, and having to post, when they still had the blog component, and it was called the double dip, and this is what it's based off of like, really the collaborative. But I'll tell you something else that has been a huge impact on myself and the network is we have a pack mentality. And so us working as a pack, and I believe, sister, that is going not to just be a trend, that's going to be a staple of where we're all heading.
It
it's a
adds
way of getting,
momentum to the whole
well,
group.
you could get past the algorithms faster, right? Being a
Right.
solo show is great, but it's only going to move so quickly.
At
You
a
do,
turtle pace.
you have
Yeah.
6, 8, 10, 13 of you, and you're
Right.
all sharing each other's show, and you're doing it strategically and systematically, and you're doing it with heart, right? You're going to move faster. You just are.
Yeah. Yep. So Joey, the whole idea of your network stems from that that sharing among the sisterhood, really, since it is a women's network, and rising together, which I think is a beautiful concept. I think it's really wonderful. I love that you have such a mix of talents and topics in your network, which makes it even more interesting and fun. But what would you say are your top takeaways this year? The top takeaways from Podfest 2024, according to Joey?
Um, for sure that the pack mentality is a go, no doubt, right? The network as a pack went to Podfest together, right? We made an impact. We definitely met a lot of people. I mean, you had that many people, you're going to meet a lot of people. That was a huge takeaway. The other takeaway was to leverage AI. Leverage AI. It has become my BFF.
Yeah, that's definitely an emerging technology, more than emerging.
Fantastic.
Some people have talked about it. I find this interesting. Some people have compared it to the Industrial Revolution, although you could say that the Industrial Revolution was more physical, and this has a higher thing. But I think it's both, really. I think it is, but it's that big of a change to society as a whole.
It
It's
is.
not just centered in one area. What it could do to help people with disabilities, for example. People are like, oh, I don't want a robot, but what if you can't do something and that robot could help you? Then you want a robot, right? I think if it could help people, so
I think that it's remarkable. I think it is remarkable what's happening right now, right? And of course, change is a little
scary for
but you know
people.
what I really
Not
like
for,
about it?
just for
I like
people.
I like how it moves my day faster, right? Because I utilize it for my business all day long.
Right.
And how what used to take me sometimes 2 hours, now I can do in about 20, 25 minutes, 30 tops. And people might say that's not a big difference. It is a big difference
Oh my gosh, it is.
in your business day,
How,
right?
yeah. Well,
It is. It is. And it also helps me look at things with different perspectives that I wouldn't have necessarily like, yes, it's not coming up with the idea for me,
right.
right? But it's helping to take a kernel of an idea and to enhance it and help me to look at it with different perspectives.
I love that perspective. And I think that's what I've taken from it is that technology, because of the time saving and the productivity enhancement that it gives you, what it leaves time for more creativity,
Yes.
more ability to ideate and then take those ideas and generate them bigger because you don't have to spend all the time. Like, look, I isn't working without your directing it, right?
Yeah,
You have
you have
to
to
have
direct
the
it.
idea, you have to be the director of it. So you really have to still be the one to come up with those ideas and framework. When I hear people saying that all creative businesses, marketing, and branding and all of that is going to be finished because your AI is just going to do it for you, I kind of think like, well, who gives them the initial seed, the framework, the idea, where, what generates something, and how do you make your business stand out and be uniquely you without any human input? You don't, at least so far.
Yeah.
I can't see
Yeah.
it. I still see, human creativity as part of the innovation.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, even when AI is assisting me, see, I look at it more like an assistant.
Yeah,
Okay.
a tool, not an
It's
answer.
assisting me. I still have to revamp it, right? There hasn't been one time it's actually downloaded something for me that I was just like, oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
cut and
still have to
paste.
put my
Yeah.
essence on it, my point of view on it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
what it's really done, it's really helped organize me. Right.
Yeah.
It quickly organizes my thoughts, my ideas for me.
Right.
So just like you said, I have more freedom as a creative content creator. I have more freedom to be creative.
That's what I
And
feel.
that's a freedom I've been looking for a long time and not getting stuck in the
In
weeds.
administration and in those
Yes.
replicable automated tasks. I know you've been on my ass for, whoops, again, I swear twice now, on my butt again about processes and systems. And I'm a believer, finally, as I'm studying, as I'm learning, as I'm listening to people I respect like Joey, those systems and processes are going to do you a world of good. And that's why, blending AI in to enhance your output and productivity so you can be more creative. What is there bad about that? Not a thing. I love
Nothing.
that.
There's still
Nothing.
a process. It's not magic. There's no magic behind this. It's just It's a process, right? I've never start from scratch. I always am taking what I already have and just asking it to enhance or help me look at it differently. Do you see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, even when it gives you the subject lines, you're not going to like them. You won't. You're going to just take,
one word.
you'll look at them and you'll still probably, you'll be like, well, I kind of like that, kind of like that. Okay, I like this, but I'm going to do this like this. Again, because we all have a unique point of view and we need our unique point of view to come through, right?
I think so. So what's your take on podcasting as far as audio versus video or both or what?
Well, I mean, I don't think this is a secret that I love the video components. I think face recognition is huge. I do.
Right.
I think people seeing your face, it helps take things different level. I think selling visually is easier. I do. I'm not down on podcasting. I certainly love it. I have an entire podcast network, right?
Right.
But I feel that just for my nature, I'm an image-driven girl anyways. I like a lot of imagery, right? And so being able to pop in imagery and pop in scrolls and pop in, my unique point of view and, B-roll and all that, that's exciting to me, right? So that's what me and the network, that's what we do. It's right for us.
So
and here's the beauty part is
integrating them both works perfectly for you. Some people might do better with one.
The audio anyways. We have the audio and then that just doubles as a podcast. It's just, I don't know why any podcaster at this time, and don't throw things at me, people, wouldn't be doing video podcasting, because you have two for the price of one. I mean, Ross talked about it at Podfest 2024. He was just like, yeah, he goes, you're going to get the video
for the price
you
of
get an audio.
When you say it that way, we're all like,
Why wouldn't you? And I know video is not always super comfortable. And here is the rub. It took me a long time to like myself on video. Long time. It doesn't come easy at first. But so what? You know what? We all get over it. We're all beautiful. Every person on the globe is gorgeous, both inside and out, right?
That's the Joie perspective I love. Love it. I love that you're right in the middle, in the red hot center of all of it, Joie. Everything you're doing, everywhere you show up, all your love and encouragement to other creators. I don't know. I mean, everybody knows you and loves you. You have a huge group, a private group. We'll put a link down below for your Facebook. And you are just really inspirational to a lot of people. And I love that about you. I think that's one of your best things. And I'm going to thank Joie for coming on, but I'm going to invite you to join my Buy Me a Coffee membership site and get one more bonus question from Joie in the group.
Step into the marketing mirror to uncover marketing secrets. Discover gems, tactics, lessons, and campaigns you can use.
Hey guys, it's Sue Ann. I'm so happy to invite you to my new membership community called Inside the Marketing Mirror. Let's go a little deeper into digital. Let's learn and grow together. Let's, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, jump into this private studio for exclusive content, deeper dive learning, and surprise events. So come on in, my friends and colleagues, through my new Buy Me a Coffee membership. And whether you make the events or not live as a member, all the content will be available exclusively to you in the studio library. I can't wait to see you.